Welcome to MJ Welch Auctioneers Auction Estate Auction 137. For those of you who are new to our auctions, we represent estates of deceased or that downsizing going to retirement home from Miami Beach to Palm Beach, and we bring it to our gallery in Tennessee for the sale. This auction includes a lot of very nice high-end furniture, but that's usually most of our auctions. But we also like to have a general little something for everybody because we represent estates for people all across the U.S. and many countries. We want you to appreciate what we're bringing. What I'm going to show you right now, you have to excuse the sun coming in the window behind me, but I've got this cheetah rug. It looks like a 5 by 4 or something like that. But also I have this great, I'll show you a better picture in a minute, this little, it's African animals all around the border. I have here a very decorative, the light again is not doing us justice, but you'll see the little table. It's nothing more than a decorative table, but it is very nice looking. It's a resin. If some people want to know what it's made of. It's a resin. This is a lighted demi-lune type curio cabinet. I'm going down, I'll show you. I also picked up these 4 chairs and a card table that are fairly new, or I wouldn't have brought them. This little cabinet is lighted, as you can see. I got some crystal in there, and those are like cloisonne little Voldy holders, candy dish. We got some Fenton for you people who sell Fenton or like to collect. There's a little logo Fenton piece for your store. Let me open this up. And by the way, the bottom glass is missing on this. That's the way we picked it up. Here's a 3-piece set right here. This comes off and this sits on the base. There's a Mary McGregor sand-etched base there. This is a vintage dresser set. This is sterling silver backs. That's silver. That's a sterling silver comb. This is a little pictorial pendant. Okay. Let's go here. This is, got some nice leather. This is Bernhardt leather sofa. Be great in your home or office. I know a lot of attorneys have these in their office. This is the little love seat. I picked up the Eureka vacuum cleaner. I brought this ladder because people, like I said, we try to have something for everybody. When you're doing an estate sale, you try to make as much money for the estate as you can, but we turn down probably 80% of what we look at. This is an 8-foot long steer horn. Most of you won't like it. There's a few that'll love it. These are very nice. There's 2 matching mirrors. We are selling them separate. They are wood, so you may take that in consideration. And we have a very old oil on canvas. This is signed, I'm sorry to say, even though I praise artwork, I cannot read the signature. But if you saw the back, you would know it's very, very old. I have a pair of these Sansuma lamps. There's 2 of those, one on the other end. And here's a marble top, mahogany inlaid Bombay chest with a attached ormolu. I got two of these. They bought two, and we're actually using them for nightstands. I'm showing you the red rug. I wanted to just show you. Not had this rug before. I thought it was unusual. Okay, now here's a vintage. This is a walnut game table. It's got one drawer here, and it's got one drawer over here. Okay, but you can see it's an older table, very well conditioned, good condition. Got a little cane seat chair here. Let's go over here. Louis XV style table, again with attached ormolu. Nice piece. I want you to see this because you're not here. It's difficult. My pictures are terrible, I know, but I do the best I can. Now, this is not an antique. Don't get me wrong. This is, I'm going to shoot and say it's probably made in the 90s. Due to the condition and the style, because in the 90s they were making a lot of reproductions. Even though this is inlaid and this is leather up here, it's still a repo from the old days. I couldn't do away with this. This is a box of just interior doorknobs. If you want to have the pull handle knobs in your house, they're all brass. You may look at that. That's something. I really like these. These are crystal doorknobs. Look at those. And here's the latches, the hardware for them. And I got some, probably 8 or 10 of these little drawer pulls. And it'd be neat on the drawers, see, to open the drawer up. But there's a box of this. This is really nice. This is paper mache, a little, as again, a vintage piece. These are usually hand painted, which it is. It's hand painted. This is an old one. We got the little jewelry box with the mother of pearl and the gold painted on it. Again, this is a vintage piece. Very nice paper mache products, which most of the younger people have no clue what that is. And of course, we got the big TV that's advertised. These are really nice. These look like they're from France. They have the wires. Let me see if I still see the wires. The wires are back here, as you can see. They're electrified, but they take European bulbs. So you can either buy the European bulbs, you can get them, I think, most anywhere today, or you can put the little adapters in and it converts it. But this is bronze, and I happen to have 2 of those. There's the other one over there. We just stuck the light bulbs in there, but they're the wrong size. You need the Europeans. Here's another paper mache, mother of pearl inlay. Very, very nice piece, I have to say, very nice. Vintage piece. These are older too. These are probably 1920s, 1930s. I got 2 of these. You have to, rewire them. But vintage pieces with the crystal going down the top, each one. We have the very ornate gold mirror. This is a heavy mirror. There's nothing light about it. It is missing a piece right here, so you know. This piece should be one over there, and it's not, but you need to know that. But most of the people who looked at it didn't notice I had to draw it to their attention. Now we're getting into another nice piece, marble top. This is French Country. This is a really nice piece here. See how it's all, the work on that, the ormolu, the little drawer pulls. That's a 2-drawer dresser. Okay, and let me go here. Oh, this is a Georgian style. This is walnut. Very nice. Look at the woodwork on this. This is a Georgian style china cap. It's not electrified, so there's no lights. But you got the shelves on the bottom. And of course, now these are Limoges. Down here, there's one up there. I'll probably put that one with these, so there'll be 3 of those compotes there. There's another nice piece there for you. That's a Minton. Am I into Minton? This is a Bodhi light. Okay. That's a night light Bodhi. And of course, you got this very nice chair here. Now, I've been fortunate enough the last few auctions to come across some great designer handbags, clothes, and so forth. A lot of you may or may not know Claudia, but that's one. There's Bradley from London. This is, yeah, that's Chanel. Roberts, what's that one? Saint Laurent, that's Laurent. This is all a rabbit coat, a vintage rabbit coat. In the shoulder back here, you'll have to re-seam it. There's broke loose, but that's minor for that. That's a Canadian jacket there, I believe. What is this? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I have to look. Another Chanel bag. That's a nice Chanel bag. We do get some, like I said, some nice pieces with that Saint Laurent. Okay. And what do we got there? Kate Spade, Hermes. That's a knockoff though, but that's a Hermes. Longchamp, I'm sorry. And over here we got mink collar. We got a mink jacket. Now this is really nice, a full-length mink coat. Okay, I'm gonna work back and forth. We take some mattresses. I don't like dealing with mattresses, but when I hear they're new and they're so expensive, I get the best of the best. This one happens to be a Beauty Rest pillow top, very expensive. We'll sell it with the frame, but we also have the bedding. This is king size, got the 3 pillows here. That's a separate number, the mattress separate number. We have this vintage headboard, king size headboard. And if you look at how it's made, there is a flaw I saw in here where it was soldered right there at one time, and looks like it's a little loose. You may have to resolder it. I would use brass instead of solder. You wouldn't see that. Got a little area rug, small one. Okay, this is French. I'm going to show you a coat stand. This is wrought iron. This is from the 1930s. It's all handmade. But that came from France, and it swivels. So you can see, very nice piece. There's the other chest I showed you about. I thought this was cute, even though it doesn't work. Dog races. You can always buy that little battery thing and put in there. This is again, who's this by? Okay, that's who this is. I want you to see this. Okay. Alabaster pedestal is just fabulous. This is very heavy, nice, nicely done. Okay, this piece did not sell last auction. It's granite top, very nice, very expensive. It's Century Furniture. Opening bid's $200 on it, and hopefully we'll find a home for it this time. We have this one lamp by itself. There's a nice little cut crystal. You can call it centerpiece, whatever you want. It's just for looks. Now these are fabulous. I have two of these. With the ram, this is bronze. This is all marble. This is very heavy. Nice piece. Those are, I think people are bidding on those now. And this is a nice mirror. That was in the last auction and it did not sell either for some reason, but that happens. We just run it again. Pair of lamps, and then you got this little Art Nouveau vintage lamp right there. Okay, these are two Siamese chests. I just stacked them up here, but they're just decoration pieces. That's what they are. Let me go back here and show you. I don't want to get too far. This again, this is a vintage walnut Georgian style table. Now each table cuts off here, and if I pull this out, the center leaf will drop. So in other words, there are two demi-lume tables, and you can put the leaf in the middle. So in other words, this end and that end are not attached. It's open if I pull that leaf out, so you know. I got all these chairs. One chair is damaged. It's this one, I think. Yeah, right here you can see, and right down there. But that's looks minor. Somebody can fix it. This is another paper mache. This is a vintage, like a notebook. It's just, you can see the age. Okay, this is very heavy. I think it's made in Mexico. Very little costume jewelry this time. I got a couple watches. This is sterling silver, a Chanel watch. This, earrings, watches, 3 Timex, 1 number. Horse racing game. Okay, we take, again, something for everybody. Let's go over here and look. Now that's Hooker furniture. That was in the last sale. Shocked me it did not sell. Bookcase, display case, whatever you want to call it. Very fine, very expensive furniture. I don't know who that is. What is that? Austrian, France, Limoges. That's why we have it. Limoges. That's all hand painted. A couple of ginger jars. Gum. That purse is the gum. Limoges. Alabaster. night bookends, a clock. That's an old San Francisco trolley car oil lamp. That's a vintage piece. That's a Chinese incense burner. See, I think it's supposed to have two rings, one here and one there. I just want you to know, I've sold them in the years past, and it seemed like they had two rings. This is very familiar right here. I like this. We do very well with these when we get them, but this one I gotta kind of show you. It's got some cracking right there from the dry leather. Need to put some laminate on that and get that going again. Okay, this is Tommy Bahama. It's actually a wardrobe. They were using it as an entertainment stand. That's how we originally posted it. They took the shelf out and put a TV in there, and it's adjustable. You got 3 holes there so you can adjust the shelf. But anyway, this is what they call wood wicker. Very nice piece. And also very tight. There you go. I'll get that door later. But anyway, you got the 5 drawers. Okay, we did all that. Let's go here. We got a nice, very nice china cabinet. We can touch it and turn it off. Low light, mid light, and wait a minute, highlight. Very nice, but you can't see with this, but the etching is very nice when I saw this. And of course the doors. See how the doors open up, and you can, for your silver. Okay, we're selling this one number. It's not sterling. That's Swarovski right there. That's Swarovski. What is that? A mouse and a frog. Okay. These are always nice. We sell a lot of these in our area. A lot of people have these. We got these nice cut crystal cordials there. These are gold rim. It's going to be 22 karat gold in there. And these are, looks like Fostoria. We got some, what, 2, 4, 6 Fostorias there. Let me move on. Let's see. Feel like oh, the old Gone with the Wind lamps. They used to always get the top globe broke for some reason. But what's good about this is the color. The red, the ruby red, is a hard color to ever find. So we do have those. Actually, you can buy those for around $600. People say, well, what'd you put candles in there for? Well, people who like to burn candles know quality. These are beeswax. Beeswax candles burn the longest. So I'm just sure that those are new, so, or hadn't been used, so I got them. Something for everybody. Look at this nice highboy dresser. Now, I don't know who makes this. I could not find a name on it, but looks good. It's in pristine condition. I got 2 nightstands. Nightstands are sold one number, the highboys one number. Got 2 of these lamps. I don't know if you're familiar with that name, but this mattress is like $3,000, and it was in the guest bedroom. Now, If you're not older, you won't understand. Older people have guest bedrooms for people to come and visit who never come. So you know the mattress, if it was used very seldom. So that's another reason we got it. And got that one picture, that's a print. I think I passed some stuff here. I'm going to show, there's the other nightstand. Here's the little centerpiece. Vintage print. Let me see here. I got this TV. We got this wall mount little shelf you can get. This is costume jewelry. I have a pair of these, hand painted. Again, that's probably 22 karat gold on there. Vintage vase, don't know much about it. There's the Kate Spade, that's, what do you call them? Planner, a planner book. There's the other lamp. Let me show them together. These are leather bound books. One of them, the leather is loose. You'll have to have that fixed. Here's I love this frame. It's an Empire frame. It's a vintage piece. It is signed. You have to look at that later. I looked at these. I said, these lamps look like Sev. Now, I would have to take it apart and look on the bottom because Sev usually marks their stuff, but we don't do that. So I called it Sev Style. If you could see the work on this, you would understand. This is very typical of their work. Talk about a nice mirror. This is mahogany. It's got inlay and ormolu. Lots of ormolu on it. Okay, and there's a decanter. This is a marble top chest cabinet. We call it a cabinet. It's got a, see with this drawer. I said it was from the 90s, and we opened the drawer. And I see this in here, so I'm guessing that's the year, but I don't know why it's in there. But you got to understand, we've been doing this a long time. Back in the 90s, they were making reproductions. This one it's got the feel of the inlay, so it is inlaid, but it's a reproduction of the old French work they did years in the 1800s. But if they were made in, if I remember correctly, the ones in Belgium usually cracked, they're split. I remember having a Porcelain estate, and I would say that it looked like it was a repo, and they usually crack in 2 years, and people would say, well, I've had it 2 years, that's why it's cracked, huh? But the Vietnamese ones seem to last, better made than the ones in Belgium. This is a very, very nice, again, walnut piece there. I think there's people bidding on that. Let me go in the back room and see what we got real quick. For those, again, some very, there's an old Griswold, I think they call that breakfast skillets. You can put eggs on one side, bacon on the other, and cook. And this is a box. It's a mix of different cast iron skillets and whatnot. We just box them. Griswold usually sells by itself, and the others we group. Here's a nice mirror if somebody wanted to show you the work on it. Okay, here we go. that could be a trinket box, I guess. I like my little palm tree lamp. See the base and the globe. This actually lifts off. But and then the Empire type mirror. Here's another good piece. This is actually a reproduction of Staffordshire. Staffordshire made this piece. This is probably again from the 90s, but they still sell. The repos sell, but they like to look. Another small cabinet, and this is a tureen. Another good vintage oil painting on canvas. Another TV, this 55-inch TV. Now this one, we have the wall bracket if you want to mount it on the wall, or we have the stand if you want to put it on the table. You have to buy the screws. I don't have the screws, but I do have the bracket. That did not work. This thing I couldn't get to work, so I'm gonna see if I have another one. I'll see. There's one here. I'll see if this one works. So you know, you may get that and that not work, but that's beside the point. Okay, this is, again, I had this in the auction. We just lowered the price. It's a vintage. This is linen back. This is an original. So you may think about that. This is like new. It's a garbage can. It's use it commercially or be good in the garage. I think it's well, maybe not too big for the kitchen. We're gonna sell this microwave oven. This is ours. We're gonna sell it. I'm gonna use a small one. I gotta move from here, and I don't want to move all this big stuff. So this lights up. Well, it is lit up now. Let me see here. We got two of these. Glass top table. Got the chrome. This one has different chairs, and it's a little bit bigger than this one over here. Let me go. I'm going to show you this. This is a probably mid-century. Looks like a flower basket of some sort. Another oil and painting. This is really nice. Look at how clear that is. This is an old one too. And again, it's hard to read the last name. I just could not figure out the last name. Good piece. Here's another one here. But you can see the quality of painting in these. They're really nice. This we've had probably, I don't know, 20 years. When they redid the Boca Raton Beach Club, they called us and we went over and bought a bunch of stuff. But this was a piece. If you got a game room, a bar room, a place of business, coffee shop, whatever, nice counter and well made. Just this top here would cost you a lot of money. But anyway, we're going to sell it. I don't need it right now. And I have, this is a box of ammo, mixture of ammo We don't want it. These are vintage prints. There's another TV, and we do have the remote. No, we don't have the remote for that one. I'm sorry. I'm going to, these are Chippendale chairs. This one, all it needs is the, you see right here, these snapped. It's unusual that we do it, but when we undid it, it was broke. But those are very, you just put in new, you can buy them at the store, little round things go in there. Let me see here. There's a couple others. Oh, let me forget. This is two hanging small lights. But these were what would be hanging. I got that. I thought maybe somebody may want that. This is just a box lot of mix of things. You can see there. What's in this box? Oh, curtain. You know, put your curtains. Let me see here. Oh, the ceiling light. It's a nice. I don't think I showed you. There's one in the front room too. This is what's neat about these. Usually the globe, is usually broke or they're faded. This one's very good. If you clean this come alive right here. This one, but the other one was good too. Hopefully you enjoyed what you have. If you have questions or need further information, further pictures, give us a call. If you want to get on our email list, send us your name with your email address, and we'll be glad to put you on our email. Hopefully you have a great auction. Enjoy it, and thank you very much. We also are putting this on YouTube, so you'll see it. Thanks. Bye.